So why now? Number one, marketing exposure is absolutely amazing. I always look at it this way, and it actually baffles me, to be really honest. You can now put an ad out and you can be seen by thousands or millions of people if you do it correctly. You can go on your phone in a second, create one, and bam, it's out there. You can do a live video and promote yourself, and it's there. And what really baffles me about it is I call it play with the big boys. Because years ago, marketing exposure was really difficult to get. If you weren't a big player and you didn't have those deep pockets, guess what? You didn't really get any. Because the big companies that had the budgets and had the money were the ones that took the monopoly of the whole business forum. You've got to think, if you wanted to get out there, it was either TV, print, or radio. Now, TV was really, really expensive. Just for a commercial couple of seconds, you were looking at thousands upon thousands of pounds. So a lot of the time, people like us, we didn't have a chance. If you wanted to do print, again, a lot of money just to get a little clipping into a newspaper. If you wanted a big page on it, again, a hell of a lot of money. And then we go radio again. Big money again for an advert to go out. And now, today, it amazes me because we are able to play with the big boys. They no longer are the people controlling and monopolising the whole industry. You're able to get yourself out there. And the thing about it is, I think it's so underused. And the reason I think it's so underused is because it's available. And that is your phones. Raise your hand if you do lives about your business. Nobody. Anybody do lives and get their products out there or share what they're doing? No one. That is an opportunity missed. Because I bet you if somebody had come to you and said, you can put your ad out here, you can do an ad, you can do a commercial, and it's going to be 100 grand, but I'm going to give you it for free to actually get in front of all of this audience, what would you do? Would you take it? Yeah. And now you've got this phone, which you don't pay a penny for, and you can just flick it on whenever you want, build a community, share what you do, share your products, and nobody does it. There's missed opportunities there. So I want you today to be thinking about your business, and as I talk, you'll probably resonate with certain things and where you are on your own journey. And as you do that, I want you to think, oh, maybe shit, I should do maybe that. That's something I possibly need to do. A lot of the time we don't do these things is because they're there, and we overlook them because they're just, oh, well, it's just there. Or it's the fact that fear sometimes gets in the way. Raise your hand if doing a live would put the shits up you. Right. So there's these things that get in our way that we just need to push them to the side, because these things are barriers that stop you propelling your business where you truly want it to go. So I want you all to start to be playing with the big boys. Start thinking of ways you can get yourself out there and utilising it. Okay? Another one is apps. And you might think, again, apps. But apps are amazing. Now you can go on your phone and you can have a banking app and you can take pictures of cards and straight away take payments there and then in someone's house without the whole banking process and waiting for checks and all of these things that have made business so much smoother and easier. So for me, it's like business now is so much easier than it was 10 years ago. The processes are so much quicker. But with it as well, there's polarity, isn't there? You can't, when something's going great, you always have another side to it which isn't. Because this world is forever changing and forever growing and forever moving. So us as business owners need to be on that curve. We need to be on the crest of the wave. We need to be ahead of the game. We need to be educating ourselves like you're doing right now, today. Grants and funding. They're there all the time. I know that there's been lots given out currently with the current situation we're in, but they're always there. And a lot of time, people don't tap into them. Just ask the question. Go to your local authority. Let them know what you're doing. See if there's new start-up business loans and grants. See if there's things for you to actually make your premises better. You can tap into thousands of pounds. On this building that we're in right now, we've obviously renovated this whole building and it is what it is today. But there are grants available and we managed to get a grant for all of our render on this building just by asking a question. So you might have premises right now that you can tap into grants and funding that enables you to not use your own cash flow. Because the government do want small to medium-sized businesses to generate more income. They want you to actually get the economy moving, and with that as well, they're usually prepared to help you on your journey with that as well. Raise your hand if it's not the COVID one, but has anybody else tapped into any funding before in their businesses? Kind of. It's absolutely something I would start looking into, because there's money on the table there, and there's some people who are very, very good at it, and they're raising thousands upon thousands of pounds to support their businesses. Support of mentors. Now, this for me is like, here's a free day for you. I'm giving advice and I want to give back. This actually fills me up. My background was I used to be a teacher. So teaching is a passion of mine. And when I was, started out in business, mentors, there wasn't such a thing as mentors. Everybody kept everything really close to the chests. Nobody shared any nuggets. Nobody shared anything. There was nobody helping anyone. But now there is. So tap into that. Get that support. Go and learn from people who've already been on the journey, so you don't fall down those pits, those problems that that might happen in your business. And then there's platforms for support. I have my own Facebook platform there that's absolutely free, full of business owners supporting each other, where you can tap into that. You can ask questions, get ideas, be part of a community. You can all create your own communities. Who has a Facebook business community? Great. Some of you in the room, start doing that. There'll be you're an expert in your own industry, and there'll be people who want to follow you. There'll be people, even your customers, that want to know more about not just your business, but you as well. You can grow your communities like I spoke about there. And this is an amazing thing. Think about it. If you tap into growing a community of people that are interested in your business or your product or your service, then they're there in front of you. So at any time when you want to launch a new product, you want to inform them of something new, you want to give an offer, you know that you've got a community of people there that are your community. They're niched. They're not just a whole bunch of people who've got nothing to do with you. These are people who go, I like your product, or I like you, or I like your service. So they're there going, here I am. Tap into that. Virtual assistants. Who uses any virtual assistants? Do you think they're great? Yep. And this is a great thing here. So if you're wanting to expand your business, but you might be finding it a little bit scary, and you might be thinking, oh, got to take on staff, and oh, got all this responsibility, and all the things that goes with it, because it is a big step. A great way of starting is actually just starting with a virtual assistant. If there's things that you can pass on to somebody else to do, that gives you your time back, that's a great place to start. Getting those jobs done, extra support there. And then there's data to hand. Now, data is absolutely crucial in business, especially if you're going to be expanding. It is anywhere, running it day to day. There's data everywhere. So if you've got CRM systems, your customer relationship management systems, if you're advertising on different platforms, there will be data that you can tap into which will tell you what's working, what isn't working, and what you could do better. Once you're able to tap into your data, it's no longer guesswork, the finger in the air, or thinking, should I do that, shouldn't I do it? It's all having information at your fingertips that gives you the information to make a decision, and the right one, rather than it being guesswork. And there's loads of platforms out there right now that gives you this. So even if we're just talking about advertising and putting Facebook advertisement out, for example, I'm just plucking one out of the air, there's data on that platform that tells you how well your ad did, what type of people engaged with your ad, how many people went further on inside that ad and actually clicked and took action. So then straight away you can look at your advertisement and go, is it working or isn't it? Do I put more money into it or don't I? So there's all this stuff here that's available right now that makes being a business owner so much easier. And then automation. This is the biggie. If you're able to get your business automated, this is going to save you so much time and also a lot of money. Because if you could automate your business, it's able to run when you sleep. It's able to run when you're not there. It's able to create consistency with your clients without you having to even think about it. So automation's huge. In this room, a lot of you will have went into my automation. You will have received emails. Raise your hand if you've received emails from me. Yes. They will be through automation, so I know everybody as they're going on their journey where you are in my pipeline and what's automated and what information you're going to be getting next. The same with payments, how you can schedule them so that they're all smooth in your business, cash flow safe. So they're the reasons there that I think that are so important about why now in your business. Because if you think about it, everything's in our favour. There's all these things here that we can tap into to make things so much easier for us.